Welcome to another episode of Raven Conversations. I'm Joe C. Mandel, the State Public Affairs Officer for the Washington National Guard. And today I'm joined by Major Sameer Puri. He's a great friend, longtime guardsman, loves the program here at the State PA office. And we're big fans of his over at the G6 because anything that we need connectivity-wise, internet, Wi-Fi, it's your team that helps us out. And I truly appreciate what you do for us. He's going to talk to you about his department at the G6, some of the opportunities that guardsmen have, and then probably some information that I think our M-Day force, our traditional guard force, really needs to know about connectivity when they come to drill. So I appreciate you coming on, Sam, and having the conversation with us.
Well, thanks, Major Seamandale, future Lieutenant Colonel Seamandale.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your selection. Good morning, everyone. My name is Major Sameer Puri. I'm the Chief Information Officer, which is Army term of G6 for the Washington Army National Guard. We run the Directorate of Information and Management, Information IT Management, basically, which provides the connectivity to all the guardsmen, traditional guardsmen, M-Day, AGR, and technician force also throughout the state of Washington.
Yeah. So kind of your background, you want to share with the folks? I know you came off active duty when you were enlisted and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Joe. So I migrated to U.S. In 1999, joined the active duty as a combat engineer. I loved it. I started with Be All You Can Be. If you remember, Be All You Can Be is back now, right? Yeah. So it reminds me of that history thing. So Be All You Can Be. And then I decided, because I was doing bachelor's in computer science, I say, you know what, I need to change my MOS. I was enlisted guy to something 25 series, which is 25 Bravo, and I came to Washington National Guard. In fact, I started with Sergeant Major West, if you remember. Sergeant Major West. She was my first line supervisor in 2003. And since then, I have not looked back. I love being a guardsman. I think that's where it's the most essence. We are the best thing in the DoD workforce is being a National Guardsman and an AGR.
So I think one question, I always ask this, but how did you learn about the Guard?
So when I was coming off active duty, they say, hey, you still have 4 more years of obligation. Why don't you go down to the National Guard and try one? And I say, well, I will try one if I can get 25 Bravo as an IT guy, as a MOS. And National Guard say, yes, we'll come join us. Yeah. So I came to state of Washington, and I am telling you, I think that's the very best thing happened to me, Joe. I take a extreme pride in this thing, and I am so proud of being a guardsman.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. So what does your department do for the Guard overall, right? Not just the full-time, but also the traditional guardsmen.
Yeah, so Joe, what happens is we basically provide IT connectivity, information technology, communication, radio operations, spectrum, all kinds of anything to deal with communication, cybersecurity, and user connectivity throughout the state of Washington. We have roughly 28 some plus location. We provide Department of Defense internet connectivity, but also looking into a commercial Wi-Fi access for our traditional guardsmen. The biggest challenge, I think, which we face right now as being National Guard, which is a Compo 2. Compo 1, which is active duty, looks into their priorities are different. They have active duty bases which have a different level of connectivity. They have 24/7 support. In the National Guard, we don't have such things. Mm-hmm. What I think is our requirements are different is we have a state activity missions. We have to provide immediate support if something happens. And the National Guardsmen are not everyday soldier. They are only coming on the IDT weekend. And the biggest frustration they face is that they don't have a connectivity or user account's not working. So Army has this BYOD, bring your own device, coming up, but it's a little slow in the implementation. And I don't think the BYODs can be fully implemented till we have a commercial Wi-Fi connectivity at the armories. Mm-hmm. And as you know, some of these armories are like a black hole. They have no cell phone coverage also. So if we can provide a connectivity, we are able to solve one of the biggest challenge, that is the National Guard soldiers' connectivity. Yeah. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, and I think you kind of addressed that in previous conversations that we've had and previous meetings we've had is, those traditional National Guardsmen, they come to drill, and sometimes they're a little frustrated with
Absolutely.
the internet connectivity that they get, right? They can't always get on the network. There may even not enough connectivity ports for a plug-in device.
Yep.
And it sounds like your team is trying to build a Wi-Fi capability for them.
That's what we are trying to do. So we just came back from Information Management Advisory Council meeting from National Guard at the PAC. And National Guard states are requesting Big Army CIO G6 to say, hey, please approve our Guard Wi-Fi connectivity. The challenge is Army is going to the zero trust model. There are some challenges which we have to overcome before we are fully vetted with this commercial Wi-Fi and a DODIN connectivity. Because as you know, Joe, Command Cyber Readiness Inspection, that's the inspection done by Army Cyber Command, the higher command, to say, yes, your network is approved and you can stay online. We can't fail that. If we fail that, we have no connectivity at all. So to meet that requirement and to still provide Guard connectivity to traditional soldiers, we have to figure out some other way to fill these security gaps. That's what we're working right now as the Guard nation.
Yeah, and it's kind of a complex problem, but you've got a pretty talented team over there at the moment at the G6.
Yes, and that's also another part we are looking into is the talent management. So, Joe, we talk about these 360s and all these ways of looking. Remember the Army 360? What we are looking at is not the technical skill, what we updated our hiring process, not from the technical standpoint, but also from holistic point of view, the soft skill, the situational where a person can solve complex problem thinking, critical analysis, and critical thinking process into looking at how to solve technical. So first we have updated our talent management, so more people are qualified to apply to the G6 now rather than only technical geek folks. Because technicality is not the answer. The answer is holistic approach to take the problem and solve it from this point of view where soldiers can be part of that too.
Yeah. So let's say there's a young specialist sitting at home or a PFC brand new to the Guard. They're interested in the IT cyber field and they see a job application. What is it that they need to do to get started to maybe apply for a job there and get a job there?
Yeah. So anybody, doesn't matter the branch or the MOS, they can start working with us, apply for the job at the GS7 level. Once we have them as a GS7, we send them to this training for 120 days, which provides them the security plus background or A plus or network plus. That way they can start looking into whether the field they like it or not like it. First, they have to really see what the working in the G6 looks like. Once they get that, they can start upgrading their skill set, and I have yet to find a single person who say they don't like working in the G6. So I take a pride in that. So once they come in the G6, the field opens up whether they want to be in networking or cybersecurity or system side. But once they come in, no problem. We can guide them, no problem. That's the easy part.
So it sounds like you don't have to already have the licenses, the background, anything like that.
Nope. We train them for everything on that. That's not an issue at all. We have a lot of training opportunities.
Yeah. So kind of a pitch, if you wanted to throw a 30-second pitch out there to somebody sitting there, what do they need to know about IT and cyber and that kind of stuff? You've been in this field a long time in the Guard.
And I think this is the best field. I think this is the best field, which is growing so immensely. We provide the real-life skill set, which actually can be worked outside also. We have people who left left the technician program to find bigger opportunities. Just because they were so marketable outside, they were able to make a lot more. But there are people who just love working with us in the G6 because of our work hours, and we have a really good work-life balance on Cam Murray. I think it's the best thing, and I love working on Cam Murray. If you are part of National Guard and you want to know more about information technology or cybersecurity field, please come see us at the Army National Guard G6 building, which is Building 8 on Cam Murray. And we will guide you, will help you to figure it out what path works for you whether in the cybersecurity, network security, or network or system. And talk to us, and we'll guide you everything. You'll love this field and the decision you'll make.
Yeah. Anything else we didn't cover?
I think we covered everything, Joe. You tell me what we can do for you folks or anybody else.
You guys are already doing everything we need.
Right.
So
I appreciate this opportunity, Joe. Yeah. I really love talking to you. You guys have really raised the bar at the PAO level. I love listening to the Raven these news things.
No, I appreciate
Yeah.
that. And if you like the videos, give us a like. If you enjoy the content, you can subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment if there's something you would love us to cover one of these days. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Thank you.